Professional photo? It's been twice now.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another London POV. The sun was shining, people everywhere, and everyone was just enjoying the British summer. Well, what was left of it anyway. We're going to be hitting the streets with the Viltrox 25mm f1.7 and the Fujifilm X-S10. It's going to be a pretty chill one today, starting off around Tower Bridge before making our way towards the Shard. Okay. And as you may have seen from the intro, I thought this walk may have been off to a bit of a rough start when another photographer approached me, but a little bit more on that in a bit. While I'm out walking, I'm just looking for interesting characters and subjects. Usually it's different things that catch my attention, or sometimes I'll have an idea to mind and I'll try and fish for shots. What's your favourite way to compose? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're getting a little bit bored of the London POVs, next time we're heading to Birmingham with the XC35mm f2, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. This image of the guy sat here has to be one of my favourites from the walk. There's something about it that really appeals to me. I think it was the way that the light was hitting him that I first noticed, followed by the colour of his shirt. And then, especially adding that little bit of moodier colour grade to it, I think all those elements work well together in the image. And on top of that, you've got the leading lines from the floor, the colours, the lighting, and also the isolation from everyone else around. Just sat there, chilling, relaxing with his coffee, and I think it was just such a great moment to capture. Recently, I've been really enjoying experimenting with reflection shots. They add a lot of layers and depth to image, and it can help create some really interesting looks. And while I was waiting here, I was hoping for somebody to walk through the frame behind me so I could capture their reflection walking through the frame. So I start by composing my shot and trying to find a reflection that I like, and then it's just a case of waiting for somebody to walk through the frame. Because I like the lighting so much in that earlier shot, I tried to go back when I saw this couple sat in the same place. Again, the colours and what they were wearing work so well with the scene. Ignore the other camera, it'll make more sense in a future video, so stay tuned for that. But a little hint, It's my first ever digital camera and it's about 20 years old. I love coming to this area to get some shots. It's a place that I've come to multiple times but never had any issues before. And it was not long after this, another photographer actually came over to me.
Just a question. Have you been asked to stop or not to take a professional photo? It's been twice now. I've been told.
I'm doing it. I'm just out on a day out.
Yes, the same here.
Yeah.
And, just up here. I was just crashed on the ground. I'd take a shot. Yeah, a guy came up to me. I don't know, like exactly like that with the high vis and all.
Okay. Yeah.
What
was it?
Take professional photos. Just use your phone.
Oh.
Okay. And down at on the underground as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious.
I've been a few times and never had an issue before.
Okay.
So I think it might just be when it's a bit busier or something. I don't know.
Well, that's the only thing I thought of. Maybe it's busy and.
Yeah, but no, normally I've been fine. Sorry? No. I've been here about an hour and a half, 2 hours. But saying that, I have heard of people getting spoken to, but I think it's when it turns out if it's for professional use or anything like that, they have issues for that. But if you're a tourist or a day trip, exactly, just post to Instagram or something.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. No, easy. No,
nice to meet you anyway, Paul. Take care. Bye bye.
After speaking to him for a little bit, I got a few extra shots playing around with reflections and framing of the Shard, and also Tower Bridge, but then decided to move on. I've never noticed any no photography signs around, but I got some shots that I was really happy with. So I thought the best bet would be just to move on to save having the same fate as the guy that came over to me. But let me know down below if you've been here and had any issues with people asking you to move on or to stop taking photos. I want to know if there's more people like this guy that have had a similar experience. And to be honest, sometimes it's why I'm grateful for being a Fuji shooter, because the camera is so small and it often flies under the radar than having a massive camera with like a 70-200 or something. But anyway, share your experiences down below and back to the POV. I love the contrast in images just a simple perspective change can add. The difference between low shots and eye level shots is striking. Which is your favourite? Let me know in the comments below. After this, I made my way towards the Shard, and as I was walking away, I saw the water feature in the distance, and it was creating some really interesting reflections that caught my eye, and one of which you may remember from the intro video. And the light rippling of the water just adds something. It adds a little bit of interest and a different perspective, potentially to a building that's photographed quite a lot. So what I was trying to do was just play with angles. Shots like these often do work a lot better on a wider lens, but only having the 25mm with me, I just thought I had to work with what I had. So I tried to use angles to my advantage, getting close to the water's surface, and in all honesty, I love the abstract nature of how some of these shots turned out. I really like the fact that even though the Shard was out of focus in some, you can tell what the building it is. And it also feels a little bit more artsy, and like I mentioned before, a little bit abstract. These shots here of this girl with a golf club has to be in one of my top 5 images from the walk. Combined with the patterns of the hoarding and the colours in the scene, they all worked so well together. It's almost as if I planned it. And I love shots like that, those happy accidents that actually look quite planned and staged, especially with the framing between the two trees. But yep, this was just one of those moments that I just had to take the opportunity when it arose. I love as you're walking around London, there are so many objects that you can use to create subframes in your images. Like this one here with a lady in the bus stop. It caught my attention with the way she was stood there, perfectly central in the bus stop, but then with all the mannequins in the shop window behind her, and despite everything that's going on around the bus shelter, your eye is drawn to her. Talking of subframing, here are a few shots using one of my go-tos in London, and that is phone boxes. I just love all of the textures, the grime, the grit, and often the smashed windows. You can get some really interesting frames, and often no two phone boxes are alike, so you can get such variety just using this simple technique. There really has been a common theme of reflections and subframing through this walk today. What's your favourite technique to gravitate towards? Or do you just like to capture raw moments? When I'm walking around London, sometimes I do find myself in areas that I've never been to before. Not being a local to London, I find myself being led by the light to places, if that makes sense. So, as I'm walking around, I've got my head on a bit of a swivel, trying to find interesting lighting, and I'm just looking everywhere around me as I'm going. And this shot here is an example of that. As I was walking past, I saw the light down in through kind of like an opening, and I was hoping there would be some really nice shadows from the buildings. And one of the framing of the shadows didn't disappoint. And thankfully, I didn't have to wait too long for a subject either. There was this lady already in prime position. Talking of head on a swivel, I'm so glad that I opted for a chest mount for these POV setups over a head mount, as I think I'd make everyone feel sick with how much I'm looking around. If you'd like to know a bit more about my POV setup and how I actually film these videos, let me know in the comments below and I'll think about putting a video together about it all. These last few shots here, I had to get a few of them. Like I was saying, so when I'm drawn to the light, I wanted to use the light and shadow from how the sun was hitting these arches to frame subjects walking through. I did actually have to wait a while here for someone to walk through, but I really feel it paid off with these shots. Playing with light and shadows is one of the best things that you can experiment with to make your photos come alive. Before we start wrapping up this video, I just want to say a huge shout out to channel member Ian Dolan. It means so much to have your support and everything that I put out on this channel, so thank you so much. And that's it for today's walk around London. I hope you've enjoyed tagging along. Drop a comment, hit a like if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more street photography photo walks. Check out the channel memberships if you want to support and help the channel grow. Remember, be safe out there, and with all that said and done, I'll catch you in the next one.
Hey, it's